how's your vegetable garden coming along?
The veggies are starting to sprout at the Goodwill Community Garden greenhouse in Menasha, and that's where we find Angela Kelly this morning. Hi, Ange.
Hey guys, well, things aren't only sprouting in the greenhouse here, they're also sprouting in the outdoor community garden. This is one of 14 community gardens that Goodwill has around the Fox Cities, Northeast Wisconsin area. And not only are people using these plots to grow their own food, but it's also an educational site. We learned earlier how to plant some pea sprouts, perfect for your countertop. And some other folks here are learning about growing fresh herbs. So if you take a look at these raised garden beds here, Shirley Martin is a volunteer for the program. Shirley, tell us who's been working on this herb garden.
8 individuals that are working in this garden, and this is a garden that is sponsored by the Vocational Support Services out of Goodwill. And they have various barriers to employment, and so we're just teaching them some skills as far as growing their own herbs and their own food in their own yard. And this is a raised bed, so it's accessible to individuals that can't bend over or stand up or, you know, those kinds of things.
And eventually you guys are going to be, you have like a community table?
Yes, the table of plenty. We're having a garden party eventually, and we're going to be using some of the things that they're growing here for a dinner that we'll be preparing together and as a group. And there's oregano and thyme and parsley, sage, and chives.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about chives, because this is where the tip comes in for all you viewers at home who grow your own herbs. Tell us what you do with chives, Shirley.
Well, with chives, you want to clip them off near the ground several times a year to promote a full growth. And if you can't use them all right away, what I would do is take them in the house and chop them up, dice them up very thinly, and put them in ice cube trays, fill the ice cube trays with water, pop that in the freezer, and anytime you need chives for soups or stews or flavorings of any kind, and just throw that ice cube of chive into the mix, and it'll be delicious.
Okay, how much do you love that tip? That is so awesome. And it just melts, and you've got all these fresh chives.
That's right.
Absolutely perfect.
All year round.
Yes. Well, coming up next, we're actually going to head into that community garden there. We have a woman here who has a couple of big sites out there. She's real passionate about gardening, and we're going to talk to her about some of her vegetable gardening tips coming up in just a few minutes.